While the world is moving towards a truly wireless reality, OnePlus might still have some time to go before they foray into that product segment. Rumor has it that they might actually showcase their truly wireless earphones in July, but alongside the launch of the OnePlus 8 and the OnePlus 8 Pro, we did get to see these OnePlus Bullets Wireless Z earphones. Now these earphones have a lot of hype surrounding it, primarily because it goes back to its affordable roots, which was the case with the original Bullets Wireless. We all know that the Bullets Wireless 2 was actually an expensive proposition for a lot of folks. And considering that a lot of you guys wanted me to actually review the Bullets Wireless Z first from among a lot of other products, I decided to do exactly that and figure out if these are worth the hype. Spoiler alert, they are. I'm Ashar from Mr. Phone, and let's get down to our full review of the newly launched OnePlus Bullets Wireless Z. Now before we move on, don't forget to hit that red subscribe button and the bell icon right next to it to get notified whenever Mr. Phone puts out an awesome new tech video. Also, we are building a community over at Telegram and Instagram. Don't forget to go and check links to those in the description below. So alright, so I'm not going to do an entire unboxing for you guys, but inside the box you get the earphones, you get 3 tips, one that is attached over here, but these are in small, medium and large sizes. I would have ideally preferred Comply foam tips or some kind of foam tips, but that's not available. And you get a Type-C charging cable. This is your typical garden variety OnePlus cable, which is red in color. OnePlus doesn't bundle a case anymore in order to save costs. Remember that the red, sort of silicone TPU case that would fit in the OnePlus Bullets Wireless actually didn't fit it in, but that's the whole point. I mean, remember those actually are not available with the Bullets Wireless Z anymore. Now I picked the blue color variant, but these plastic body earphones are available in plain black and a couple of other fun colors too. Talking about the design, it is very similar to the Bullets Wireless 2, where you get a seashell shaped housing for the earphones attached to 2 thin wires, which further connect to the silicone neckband. The neckband is comfortable to wear for long periods. I actually wore it for 4 hours at a stretch, and the 28 grams weight ensured that I felt no fatigue whatsoever in the neck. It's very comfortable. Now the fit inside the ears was absolutely comfortable too. I mean, I found the right seal, no problem. That said, the housings are themselves pretty big and tend to jut out from the ears. Now I think this is big primarily because there are only single drivers inside, and unlike the Bullets Wireless 2, which actually come with triple drivers. Now if you prefer lying on one side with your earphones on, this is definitely going to be an irritant. Coming back to the wires, these are robustly built and have no cable memory, meaning they hold shape well even if you twist it. So it doesn't go back to that twisted shape. Plus there is no cable noise whatsoever, so you will not hear any interference when you listen to music. Now the housings are magnetically attached, and you can play and pause music when you clip and unclip them. There you go. This feature works seamlessly on every Android phone that I tried. This one out here is a Samsung Galaxy S20 Ultra, but it did work on a MacBook Pro for some odd reason. So the quick pair feature is that card that pops up when you actually open it for the first time and it pairs with the OnePlus 7T Pro. Yeah, well, that didn't happen. Maybe it's just a software update away. Moving on, you get this one button, which is actually the power button on the chunky spine, and double pressing this button actually switches between connected devices, and it worked flawlessly for me. I thought that this was one of the features that a lot of users would actually die for. I think I absolutely loved using that feature. And now you also have an inline remote on the left wire, by the way. Long pressing this multi-purpose button opens up the voice assistant of your choice. Of course, this is also for play, pause music, and then you have your volume up and volume down buttons respectively. And all of this works well, no problems there. Now the Bullets Wireless Z uses the Bluetooth 5.0 standard to connect to devices. It can also hold on to that Bluetooth connection for as long as 10 meters. I mean, I couldn't test that, but I could move between my rooms in the house without it dropping connection. Coming to the sound quality, I am disappointed that OnePlus has removed the support for aptX and aptX HD. There's only support for SBC and AAC, which is a slightly better codec. Anyway, the sound signature is of the enjoyable and warm kind. You get a punchy mid-bass response and a fairly weighty sub-bass as well. But the problem is the sub-bass has some decay and tends to mask the other frequencies, and that's a bit of an issue. More of the mids are definitely recessed, meaning they don't sound as good as the bass. The treble doesn't have the kind of sparkle and shimmer that audiophiles prefer, and it is definitely subdued. Now the sound staging is fairly good and so is the instrument separation. I could distinctly identify the clean travel from left to right in Aga Ya Suryanai from Harish Jayaraj's musical Samurai. However, I'd have loved it if the tonality of different instrument sounds was better. For example, in the same song, the tabla portions don't have the kind of bite that you expect from a song like this. Essentially, from what I can tell, the Bullets Wireless Z's bass forward sound signature is meant to appeal to a wider demographic. Most people will not find a fault with the sound, and if you do listen to a lot of modern pop, Bollywood and electronic music, the Bullets Wireless Z should not disappoint. However, don't expect it to work for any analytical listening for genres like classical or jazz because the bass tends to, overpower. I'm sure you guys are wondering, how does it compare against the Realme Buds Wireless? Now, I don't have the Realme Buds Wireless with me, but I have used them before and I do have notes on the sound signature. And well, to cut the long story short, the OnePlus Bullets Wireless Z sounds slightly better. Now, when it comes to gaming, the Bullets Wireless Z definitely has some audio video latency. And if you have a OnePlus phone, switching on the Fnatic mode reduces the latency to 110 milliseconds, but it is still not good for competitive gaming. I mean, I could hear a perceptible lag when someone was approaching me in the game or shooting at me in COD Mobile. Not cool when you're playing an intense 1v1 game. As for the battery, this is the longest lasting battery life I've seen on a pair of earphones in the 2K price range. While it didn't last me the rated 20 hours, I could manage to get 18 hours out of it at 100% volume with a ton of low latency gaming on Fnatic mode. Plus, you can also get 10 hours worth of charge with 10 minutes of fast charging using this bundled charger and of course a fast charging brick as well. For its asking price, the Bullets Wireless Z gets a lot of things right. I mean, I would have hoped for a more clinical sound, but that's just the grumpy old audiophile inside me. For most mainstream audiences, this sound signature is actually going to be very appealing. But if you do want more bass and don't care much about the other frequencies, then go for the Realme Buds Wireless, which are also 200 rupees cheaper. Having said that, I prefer the OnePlus Bullets Wireless Z. However, the Realme Buds Wireless is not the only alternative out there. In fact, you have a couple of other options. For example, you can get the Mi Audio X6 second generation for a more analytical, a more clinical sound. And if you want something to sound more musical and of course come with flat cables, then you have the Jayce T4. By the way, the Jayce T4 would be my pick for the best wireless earphones under 2000 because I really love the Swedish design, which is minimalistic yet aesthetic, and I really absolutely appreciate the sound signature that you get with the Jayce T4. So you have got a lot of options out there, so go ahead, take your pick. Although the OnePlus Bullets Wireless Z is definitely a good pair of earphones, wireless earphones nonetheless, if you are considering them. Until next time, this is Ashar from Mr. Phone signing off. Goodbye and Godspeed, my friends.